Hello, how are we doing? I'm back. I'm back and just about alive. Bit of a long day. Well, Ratchet Clank, I've been waiting for it to release on Steam, so why not play some of that? And I was surprised to see it has ray tracing, which I was not expecting. But we're going to do 4K 4090. I'll probably check out AMD card tomorrow. But yeah, where is it? Yeah, it's all here, ray tracing. I'm not really entirely sure how... We're already seeing that in the distance. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. It's changing it, but... Reflection resolution, I mean... Never even heard of that. Number of rays used to render. Oh, we'll switch it off and maybe... in-game and see, because I don't think you can really tell. I'm going to try it out, obviously everything maxed out. This is... Let's just check everything, because that can go ultra. Depth of field. Don't really care about that. I don't think I've ever actually played this game either. I played the first one on PlayStation. I think we're good. I think that's it. Some of them can go ultra, some go high. RWE, hello. Carlos, yo. Zero, cool, hello. Let me sort the overlay as well. Feels weird not using my computer in like... How long's it been? Not quite a week, but... 5 or 6 days. I'm going to try frame generation. I can do, yeah. I'll try it out just natively first. Where was it in the settings, though? I didn't see it. I know it does have it, because when you boot up the game, you can see it. Is it, alright, it's here. Yeah, I can try that out as well. Try it out just 4K native first. See how it does. I'm missing something, hang on. What is it? Is that overlay too small, or what do we normally have it on? That seems a bit too big. Right, here we go. I also need to try out this Remnant 2 game. I have to try and have a look at that as well.
We promise nothing nefarious will befall you. We promise.
This game's the first of the direct access. Well, people were saying that, but I'm pretty sure Forspoken had it. I don't think it's the first. I'm pretty sure it's not the first game. I was seeing people saying that a lot, but I'm pretty sure Forspoken had it. So in that case, it's not. But for some reason, I see people saying that loads online, but I'm pretty sure Forspoken definitely had it.
Seems to be working nicely, blending right in.
It did have it, yeah, I thought so.
There is the assistant.
Didn't really notice any difference with it either. And I don't know whether it's maybe it's better with 11. Is it Windows 11?
Masterful work.
But I mean, Forspoken was such a mess anyway. I really don't think it'd have helped in any way. You could use any technology that improves stuff, and it's not going to work in that game. Oh, down 40 FPS there.
Go, go, go. Your ship is up ahead. Where are you going?
Oh, right. It's... Also got my controller for this. That's the only way it can be played, really, isn't it? It would be absolute blasphemy to use a mouse and keyboard. Mbappe Ghost. Is that where he's rumoured to go? I saw... I haven't really kept up with the news the last like 4 or 5 days, but I saw some article about his wage. Is that where he's going? I didn't read the whole thing.
Shh. Gotta go. Here, it'll help you get home. I designed it to be one size fits all, so it should... Thank you.
Did we want... My controller not working. Oh, it didn't let me pause it. This is with ray tracing, yeah.
Don't you think it's weird to throw a celebration for us? I mean, we haven't done anything heroic in years. What if everyone thinks we're
Kind of surprised it had ray tracing in. I didn't
washed up?
until I booted up the game. I didn't realize it had ray tracing.
Heroics. Unless you count smiling and waving.
Right.
Give a big welcome to the Grand Marshals of our parade.
Dennis, welcome back. Thanks.
And Clay.
Right, here we go. I was gonna switch subtitles on. Would that help? I know people sometimes want that.
Wow, haven't seen these guys in ages.
Right. I mean, so far, we're not even sitting perfectly at 60.
This is pretty big.
It's pretty wild.
Yes, folks, we have a momentous day.
Doesn't feel like it plays badly, but you'd expect maybe higher frames than this.
Surprise gift from Clay to Ratchet.
Oh dear. Must he tell the entire galaxy?
VRAM as well, we're about 16. It's kind of, it is a lot, but for 4K with ray tracing on, that's pretty standard. Between like 14 gig and 16 gig has been pretty normal with that stuff like at 4K. What are the controls here? Graphics are good though. It is a, it does look good.
Rescue the defective warlock, and the rest is intergalactic history.
What are the other controls? Sorry. There's like some panning on the audio that's kind of weird. Icy, hello. Is this with DLSS and frame generation? No. I'll check that out in a minute. This is just native 4K.
And now, our heroes will clear this festive barricade.
It looks good though. And it's played alright as well.
Some of those world-class sharpshooting
I've dipped down to like 50, but no noticeable stuttering. This would actually be a good one for the Steam Deck, wouldn't it? How do I shoot this? Can I do something with this? I don't know if there's like a dash. Can I dash to dodge stuff? We haven't unlocked it yet. Now what? How was my trip? It was alright. Just quite tiring. But it's cool. What do I do? There we go.
Hey, I think I found the mod back.
Is DLSS on? No, it's not. The ports are always good. They are, yeah. Only issue is the ports often there are performance issues. I wouldn't say there was... I wouldn't really say this was that bad compared to what we have seen, but in terms of I'd expect we'd have higher frames with a system like this, but like frame time isn't perfectly smooth, but I don't notice it in game at all. Compared with some other games like Last of Us or something like that, it was really bad in terms of it actually affected me playing it, where this doesn't really, I don't notice it.
Hurry, we must get to the front of the parade route.
I have home theater enabled. Is that... Where's that? Oh, that's better. Hero.
Smiling and waving, huh?
I would bet the blogs are behind this, or the Cragmites, or...
Something is bottlenecking the GPU. I wouldn't say it was bottlenecking. We're at 99% utilization. Some areas we're dipping to 85, so yeah, maybe there's some kind of issue there with the CPU. But I've got a 3900K, so it's probably more a game issue than a CPU bottleneck. The way it's maybe utilizing CPU cores or something. Like a CPU bottleneck would suggest that the CPU isn't good enough for the GPU, but I'd say that's probably not the case. Shader compilation. I don't think there is anything like that on this though. I didn't have anything, did I? Or in the menu, was there a percentage thing? I didn't see it. We are pretty low on the GPU power, aren't we? Under 300.
We can glide over.
Yeah, I don't know. Shade. I didn't see any shader thing, unless I missed it. Carlos and Stefan, thanks for subscribing. Where are they? Oh, have I got to shoot the ship? Oh, hell no, bro.
Let's take out that dropship and end this.
I'll just keep shooting at it. Oh, I see it's at the top. Got ya. Oh, dip in there though to 50 FPS. Really would be expecting we'd get more.
And now, we reach the present of our hero's story. Ratchet, the last known Lombax, whose kind is lost.
Remnant 2, yeah, I'll have to, I don't actually have it at the moment. I literally got back like a couple of hours ago, so I just installed this quick because this only came out, was it like an hour ago or something? Got this installed quick and I'll have a look later. Showing, hello. CPU, yeah. I would say this is definitely more CPU heavy than normal. I mean, we're at 20% here. That's pretty high for 4K, but using obviously ray tracing and all that stuff as well.
Yo, pal, What? Dr. Nefarious?
Ratchet and Clank!
700 million a year. Oh, what? And for Mbappe, that is nuts. That is. I really feel like it gets to a point where it's just silly.
What do you want, Nefarious? Yes.
And he probably doesn't pay like basically any tax on that either. Probably has some weird loophole where he doesn't pay tax, or like basically nothing.
Can't anyone print instruction manuals anymore?
Very busy area. Yeah, I'll keep playing for a little bit. It might get a bit easier if we get into it, but I'll check out frame generation and stuff as well. CGI level. Yeah, the graphics are very, very good. I've always quite liked the kind of animated games like this. I feel like those sometimes... Like, what was that other game? Kenner. Bridge of Spirits. Is that what it's called? The like animation on that is like insane. They can look really good games. I don't know what I gotta do.
We have to get the Dimensionator away from Dr. Nefarious!
Yes, and quickly. Whatever he has planned, it cannot be good.
Where have I been? I was in Amsterdam and Rotterdam. So the Netherlands. Kenner's playing a Pixar movie, yeah. It is, though. That game looks crazy. I need to complete that game. Still haven't completed it. But like the cutscenes in that game look so good. Even just the actual gameplay looks really good.
Don't beat yourself up. This'll be just like old times. Come on. It looks like Nefarious landed somewhere near the train station.
Coffee shop time. I didn't actually do, like, I'm not really into any of that stuff. I have tried it before, but I've never actually done it in Amsterdam. What am I buying? The Enforcer. I'm getting that. How do I do it? Preview. Yeah, like normally when I'm in Amsterdam, it's like I'm there for like very briefly for like 2 days, seeing friends and like always doing stuff. So I just never really have time to like just do nothing. To feel like you have to have like a dedicated couple of hours where you can just like mong out and not do anything to be able to do that stuff. Just never really have any time. How do I buy it? I want to buy it.
You have a good eye.
But I went to Rotterdam. I've never been there. It was actually pretty nice. Checking out the Battlefield 5 map, you know. So obviously most of it well, pretty much all of it's not there because it was bombed so bad. But there's that white house.
Goons incoming.
Don't know how to describe it. The white tall building at the end of that waterway is still there. Oh wow. How do I change weapon? Am I from the Netherlands? No. From England. But I have a few friends that live in Amsterdam, so... But obviously not far from where I am. You're from the Netherlands? Nice, whereabouts? I might have bumped into you. Netherlands. Oh no, my headset's run out of battery. Hang on. Let me change it. You're from... I don't want to pronounce that because I'll absolutely butcher it. 15 minutes away, not that far. Yeah, I was amazed actually how close everything's together in... Because even Rotterdam's only like... It was about 45 minutes on the train. It's not really that far. But it looks further. But I think I got the quicker train. It was like the intercity one, which I think is quicker. Right, headset. Headset's sorted. I'm going to switch on... Let me try DLSS and stuff. What the hell is that? DLSS quality, frame generation. How do we apply it? I mean, look at that. Oh, but it definitely does not look as good immediately. It immediately loses quality straight away. I'm also from Netherlands. Nice. You're from Arnhem. Yeah, well, I know roughly where that is. I'd consider going there at some point because that was a big World War II. Have you got like museums and stuff there? That was a big battle in World War II, wasn't it? It's double the frames. Yeah, I mean, probably on average it's more than double. Considering we're probably, for the most part, between 50 and 60. I would say is kind of where, for the most part, we were.
The rifts are reacting to the face quartz in your glove. Try pointing it at
Arnhem is nice. I'll have to check it out next time. Because it's all quite accessible via train, isn't it? So I'll have to... Next time I'm over there, check out some more. I wanted to maybe do Eindhoven as well. Which I think is closer that way, isn't it? Oh, damn.
I wonder how much Nefarious is paying these guys.
not nearly enough.
Pat, hello. Yes, the game came out about an hour ago, yeah. Eindhoven's over there. Yeah, I'll have to maybe check out Eindhoven and Arnhem as well. Do that at the same time.
Whoa, watch your head.
Yeah, there's definitely... I would say there's definitely seem to lose some quality doing it. doing... If we just have frame generation on, you should see the increase in frames but without such quality loss. It just makes it look a bit flat when you have DLSS on. It looks a bit better. I wonder if we have ghosting or anything. I haven't seen it. How do I switch weapon again?
Sand sharks from above.
Still quite impressive frames, obviously, with frame generation. Should be able to hold 100, which is still decent. Still pretty much doubled the FPS.
Nefarious' ship! We've got to find a way up there!
The taxis leaving from that stand are driving right by him.
Then we better not miss our ride. Hey, when did you rebuild the Dimensionator?
I have hobbies, and I know that finding the Lombaxes has always been important to you. I thought perhaps we could go...
How do I do that again?
Wow, that's really thoughtful. But why don't we get it back from Nefarious first?
PS5 game runs better. Yeah. Yeah, but like you said, Ricardo, it's kind of different. Hard to compare the two because it is different tech. Like a PS5 isn't running at native 4K. If it was, you'd probably be looking at 30 FPS, is like what it's like in most games. Select a weapon. Oh, I remember this gun, look.
Next stop, Nefarious.
Notice how it doesn't really... We seem to be... The VRAM's crept up a little bit. I'd have thought maybe we see it come down using frame generation, but... CPU as well is kind of roughly... It's actually a little bit... Well, it's kind of similar, isn't it? Thought we'd see it increase a little bit. Just boil the... I didn't actually notice it if we put DLSS back on. Let me look at the CPU. Also, what is this? IGTI. Do I know what that is? It's not registering in my brain. Yeah, so it doesn't, well, it's like 2% difference, but it doesn't really significantly change it at all, does it? You often see it increase it quite a bit. What gun is this I've got out now? I quite like that one.
Yeah, I kind of wish he was doing a worse job.
Is there an easy way to just switch? It is nice playing this at 144 FPS though. That is quite nice. You compare it to playing it at 50. E. Somehow even with the DLSS though, the VRAM's gone up even more. Which I find odd. Normally you definitely you see it come down, but...
work, Ratchet.
Couldn't have done it without you, pal.
I'll switch it all back off in a minute and see what that's like. That's going to be rough, though, going back to 50.
All right, now let's get to Nefarious.
These goons are useless. This is what I get for giving my
It's the own upscaler. Ah.
We cannot let Nefarious overuse the
So
Dimensionator.
I'd have seen that in Spider-Man then. That's probably where I've seen it. Am I dodging that? I can't tell.
Take that, Nefarious.
Oh, wait, what?
Toads are so.
I couldn't tell if I was dodging that or not.
His defenses are.
Try again.
Oh dear, he is targeting us.
Okay, no.
Yes, run from me.
Got no ammo. Pixel one, will that work? That's not going to do anything.
Amoeboids. Where did Nefarious find these?
Today my ultimate plan will come to fruition. It is perfect.
Oh, damn.
Flawless, and nothing will stop me.
How many times have we heard that?
Probably around 80. No, it doesn't matter. Today will be the last
FTC, hello.
time.
How's it going? Hey.
You think I'm crushing defeat?
DLSS 3 is on right now, yeah. Got DLSS on quality and frame generation on.
Nothing again. We're going.
I was going to switch it off again in a sec.
I always win, so you can finally know how it feels.
Sony port, which is totally broken on PC. I wouldn't say it's totally broken, for me at least. It's been completely playable. Although we've got lowish FPS at native, it hasn't really stuttered at all for me, apart from one or two times in a cutscene, but hasn't really affected my kind of playing experience at all.
Certainly not.
Frame time isn't smooth, but it's not actually hitched or anything like that for me. So like, if I didn't have any of that frame time up, I wouldn't like know it looked like that.
To the depths with the arms you got.
What manner of trickery? Get off me, ship! Valkyrie!
Oh dear. Yeah, in the cutscenes though too, it always seems worse in the cutscenes, that stuff. And that's common across a lot of games.
Did I do it? Oh, what is this? What's with all the neon?
This is
But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed a bit. I'd expect higher frames. It's probably my biggest. I wouldn't say it's a completely failed port, but although the game I think does look really good graphically, I would expect us natively to at least hold over 60, even though we do have ray tracing on, but I'll check it. I'll switch back to native 4K and then maybe switch ray tracing off and see what that's like.
My arm. And no. The Dimensionator. It. What have I done?
What have you done?
Who are you?
Someone with a lot of questions. Let's go for a ride.
Wait. I have to find my friend.
Seems like 16 gigs, not... 16 is kind of... It's roughly the amount... Between like 14 and 16, if you're going to play 4K with ray tracing and everything maxed, you're kind of right at the limit. And then it depends what game. We started off with 16 gig and now we're 18, so it's crept up a little bit, but I don't know if that's because we switched on. Normally you see DLSS drop the VRAM, but see what it's like when I switch it off. It's normally ray tracing that does it. If we switch ray tracing off, it probably drop like 2 or 3 gig just automatically. FPS. Yeah, I think in a game like this, you don't really... Like, 60 and above is, like, perfectly acceptable. It does look and feel quite nice at 140, but you don't need that, you know? You have a reasonably similar experience. You know, you're not gaining anything competitively from being at 140 or something like that.
What is this place?
Frame generation increases. Yeah, we've got DLSS upscaling on though. That should decrease it. But it doesn't. It doesn't seem to. Even if we just have the upscaling. It's dropped it by 1 gig, but we seem to have less at native, which that's odd. So like, if I now drop. We should see, if I switch DLSS off, you should in theory see VRAM go up even higher, but from what we had before, it was actually lower, which I can't say I see that much. Doesn't change at all.
Have any of you seen a little gray?
So yeah, slightly weird.
Green eye, red antenna, very charming.
Slightly weird compared to what I normally would see in games, but I think maybe that first level though, we seem to be getting higher FPS here just at native, more than at least on that first level. Frame generation consumes a lot of VRAM. Well, it's one gig in this game. I wouldn't say that's a lot, but considering ray tracing normally consumes 2 to 3 gig, frame generation consuming 1 gig's not really that much.
Emperor? Does that mean there are 2 Nefariouses now?
What if we don't use DLSS? Yeah, no, we've got that off now. We've got it. This is native 4K now. We seem to be getting, seems like slightly better performance on this level. The first level was worse, wasn't it? Like 50 to 60. Now we're at more like 70 to 80. How do I do it? Oh, sick.
Wait a second.
You forgot your order? Well, come right in.
Could be a bug. Potentially.
We'll sell you
Reminds me a little bit of that Star Wars. Remember that first came out?
conspicuous or the resistance.
Switching ray tracing on and off and stuff. It was never apparent like when it was actually on. And even FSR is like, when you switch that on, it didn't even look like it applied it.
All of this espionage.
What keyboard do I use? I'm using a controller right now. But I have a Logitech. I don't know what the model is. Is it G915 10 keyless wireless? I think that's the G915, I think it is.
It's a test.
But it's the smaller version.
Ships are allowed to leave. anything else. Phantom can help. Just follow the beat to Club Nefarious and you will find him.
Club Nefarious, got it. Oh, and nice work, Secret Agent Zircon.
This is so exciting.
What's Club Nefarious gonna sound like?
Again, a 6800 XT, nice. That'd be good. What's that? Is that a side mission? Alright, cool. Switch off ray tracing, that's what I was going to do, isn't it? Right. I'm hoping this doesn't break. It's going to change it all on the fly mid-game. I can't switch it off. I can't switch that off. What? Oh, okay, you just got to do that one. See, look at the VRAM. Down to 15 now.
So what happened to the real Emperor?
So yeah, if you did want to ever do that, just ray tracing is normally quite VRAM heavy, so
That sounds like
switch that off. It does look nice with it on though, just in this area, but I would say in a game like this you don't really, you know, you compare this to something like Cyberpunk, you don't really, it's not such a huge effect, but nice to have it on if you can. Oh, this was where I was at the weekend. Saturday night. It was just like this.
Hi, yeah, are you the Phantom? Is there a Phantom around here?
Only a dancing machine. Watch out now.
What type of game is this? In terms of what genre? Find the Phantom. I did find him.
You wouldn't be the Phantom by any chance, would ya?
Oliver, hello. Third person. I don't know. It's like a platformer, like Spyro, you know? Crash Bandicoot. It's like that. Whatever that falls under. At least that's what it was sort of from back in the day when I used to play it on PS2. Like this, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Jak and Daxter, is it? Like all of those vibe of games. I don't know what I gotta do here. I have found him. Objective. 3D action platform, yeah. Something like that. I don't know the all individual genres, but this is like Cyberpunk now. I don't understand what I gotta do. Find him, I have. Oh, he's in the club, is he? Do you reckon? Is that like a hologram of him somewhere in here? I hope so. Maybe not. Oh.
Resistance alert.
I don't know what I needed to do there.
Can't believe first mission in forever and my cover's blown.
Phantom is Skid?
How would it affect the VRAM user if you lower the light and shadow settings?
But you cannot be.
That had to be Phantom, right? Serious dude in a
Hang on.
hard guy. Had to be Phantom.
Wait, what do you mean by light and... You mean the light, the non-ray trace settings? Is that what you mean? You lower the light and shadows. Do you mean like ray trace shadows or... I'm not sure what other setting you're referring to. Light. I don't see any other light related settings. Unless I can't see it behind the overlay. Texture. Only using ray tracing and... I don't know what you mean. Shadow quality. If you lower the light and shadow settings... To what? What do you want that to? Low? Very low. Leave ray tracing maxed and that low, is that what you mean?
Phantom, wait!
Are you? I was just in the middle of a mission.
I'm Ratchet. I heard you were...
No names. You gotta be smarter than that.
Oh my god, I almost messed up.
New guy.
Why does everyone think I'm with the Resistance?
It increased even more the VRAM. Yeah, that's because I've got ray tracing maxed out though. I had ray tracing off. So yeah, like ray tracing, if you switch ray tracing on and off, you're gonna either drop like 2 to 3 gig or gain 2 to 3 gig. That's what did it. I had it off before. So we had about 15.5 with it off. Switch it on and you'll gain like 2 or 3 gig. So like switching the other settings lower won't really affect VRAM that much. At least just not like shadow quality. It won't really make much of a difference. Like for example, it's 17.9 now. If I switch that back up to ultra, it like barely affects it at all. I want to use that one.
There has to be something around here I can use to reach Phantom.
Your best bet, really, if you didn't want to switch off ray tracing, it would be to, we could try just switching it lower, so you don't... Just have it maybe on high, or... You can't... this one's either on or off. It's high, very high, or off. We could maybe play with something like that. Doesn't really do anything either, does it?
Up here, new guy. Come on.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see. I'll check out it on an AMD card tomorrow. See how it handles the ray tracing. Would use the same amount of VRAM? No, because ray tracing overall is still more VRAM heavy than like shadow or lighting in like normal game.
Will you please stop running? Is this some kind of test? It is, isn't it? Hey, wait! Hey, wait!
It's disabled for AMD cards. What, like, fully you can't actually even use it? Oh, that's a shame. I do like this gun. We definitely seem to have better performance on this level, though, than the first one, I would say. Overall, it's definitely better on this. Struggle to see a consistent above 60 on the first one. I would say we're pretty much above 60 for most of this. Occasional dip below it on the cutscene to like 50, but for the most part, it's felt a lot better.
What is this? Some kind of secret handshake?
Let's be real with something now that Activision is Microsoft property. It's not, though. They don't own it yet. It's been blocked, hasn't it? Like, it's been blocked in England. Now I think it's been blocked in America now as well, isn't it? Or they're trying to block it. Oh, we got dash now. Nice. But yeah, no, the Microsoft thing hasn't fully gone through yet anyway, so it's not a thing yet. At least last time I checked.
Don't be scared. Use the glove to run along those panels. You want to go even further? Jump and phantom dash.
They lost. Yeah, but even still, like, even if it all goes through now, like, Microsoft won't actually have anything to do with it until, like, 2025 or 2026 or something. So, like, it's still a long way off ever having any effect on it anyway. So, for example, even in, like, COD, even if they had complete ownership of it in, like, a couple of months, you probably won't see anything of it happen until, like, 2025 for it to, like, actually affect anything, if that makes sense.
Just as stubborn as she is.
Wait, you know that other Lombax? Where did she go?
Sargasso. She always goes there after a mission.
Sargasso.
I'll make you a deal.
Like, think of stuff like COD and that's probably already been planned out for, like, however many years in front, you know?
You help me take control of it, and I'll help you get into nefarious time.
So, like, even if Microsoft came in and said, we want to do this, it's unlikely they'd probably change anything that's already set in,
Just find a way up to that roof.
set in stone or, like, planned for, you know?
But I'll meet you up there.
It will definitely, well,
How do I get to that roof?
thing is I think Sony exclusives are very good anyway. Like, I don't really think Sony, in my opinion, have the better exclusives, I would say. Like, I'd be more... obviously, I've got a PC, so it's a bit different, but if we're talking about just consoles, I'd be probably more inclined to get a PS5 anyway. Like, I prefer the exclusives on there, but...
1 to 10. I am the luckiest trooper in the battalion.
I think you'd... like... in terms of a console thing, I'd rather just use Game Pass from Xbox, but not actually have an Xbox, if that makes sense. Whereas PlayStation, I'd rather have the actual console. Right, where have I got to go?
Club Nefarious! A rebel in need of capture! We must get out of here!
Master Chief. I don't think you'll really see anything different with COD. Like, you'll see a gameplay probably improve or, like, be more... I don't know. I think whatever... all you need in COD really is a change, something different from what it has been, but I don't think you'll see anything crazy from Microsoft into it because they want to still make money off it. Like, people who are worried they're going to make it a Xbox only thing, they'll never do that because it's just too much money. Like, they'll basically be losing, like, choose to lose money. Like, what would they benefit from making it exclusive to that? RB to Switch. Like, I guess the idea would be to force people to buy an Xbox, but I don't know, would all of the COD fans buy an Xbox purely to play it? I don't know, to be honest. COD fans are pretty wild. You'd probably see more people buy do PCs, maybe, I guess. Oh, what? It won't let me back out. What? I don't want to purchase all upgrades. All right. Boom.
See? Why settle for a good weapon when you can make it magnificent? I knew
Have I got to do it all?
this would be easy peasy.
Thanks again for the help, Secret Agent Zircon.
Good luck.
Right, I was going to check out if we switch that. Can you go low on that, on the ray tracing? So you can switch those two off. Let's see what that's like. That's dropped it, what, 500 meg-ish? I think it's 17.9, weren't we? Ryan, hello. Epic Bench, yo.
You can see me? Where are you? You got my starship ready?
You'll get it, don't you worry.
I can do Photoshop video editing on my PC. Yeah, I mean, I have much more use for a PC than I do a console, just for all the other things that I mean, I work from my PC, so can't work from my PS5.
Looks easy enough.
For sure, I mean, if you do anything else, I mean, a PC is super useful. You know, it's not just a gaming thing. Oh, nice. Got the dodge now, I like that. I've somehow missed him. Oh, damn. Finally, again, that's not stuttering. Yeah, the first level seemed a lot worse. Performance is slight. We have dropped ray tracing out. If I was seeing a slightly better gain from that, but you really have to just completely switch it off to see any real big increase from switching that off. See, look, that's already almost put us up 2 gig again. This mission seems definitely, this level at least, seems a lot better than the first one in terms of performance. How do I get up there? I'll be keen to check this out on Steam Deck as well. I think it'd be quite good. Well, performance-wise with ray tracing, it wouldn't be good, but I feel like it'd be a good Steam Deck game. Oh, damn. Too many. Do I have DLSS on right now? No. With DLSS and frame generation on, we get about 100 and, what was it, 140, 150 FPS.
Finally! Nefarious Tower, here I come.
So like a big increase.
Wow. Where'd you learn how to draw?
Do I still plan to build an AF? Yeah.
Looks like I touched a nerve.
Yeah, I do, yeah. I'm gonna try to get that sorted out.
She'll help you get onto the Emperor's
I was
private
thinking whether
shuttle
to send my 7950X 3D back and just get the 800X 3D, but I think I might just
Just hook her up and
stay with the 7950
What are you doing?
and just use that.
tearing this whole rotten world down from the inside.
Huh?
Stay strong, brother.
But I've actually kind of, not broken, but
How do you expect me to get to the
my current PC case, the like threads in the... Is that what it's called? Like the threads? Where you're like screwing in the GPU? Is that what you call it? Like the thread is gone.
Did Phantom think this bolt crank will help
Where
me
I've
get
like
back
taken
to the farm?
GPUs and put them in so much. So I'm gonna have to. I do have another case though, so I'm gonna have to switch everything out. But at the same time, I can. I just need a motherboard though. I haven't got a motherboard yet. Where we gotta go?
That'll work.
3080 Ti or 4070.
All I gotta do now, whoa, this is fast, is head to the statue, use glitch.
What, are they both at the same price? How much are they?
Sargasso. I'm on my way, buddy. Just hang in there for a little bit longer.
Hey, sugar! I forgot to mention earlier. I hit a spy bot in the factory for a resistance brand. Maybe you could pick it up.
Resistant spy bot?
Well, the 3080 Ti is 10 gig VRAM, is it?
Has to be the access console.
Running in line is against the law.
Where did you even come from?
Do not have proper authorization.
3060 or 36. For 1080p, I'd do the 3060 Ti for 1080p. If you had to pick between those two. But also look at the 6700 XT from AMD. For the price is also very good at the moment. If you're not too fussed about ray tracing. Oh, look at that dodge. Oh my god.
What the yikes, yikes, yikes!
Whoa, see the stuttering then? That's bad. Or it's bad here.
You have survived the journey. Now die.
Look at that, 40 FPS.
Enjoy this deadly laser, rebel.
Be cool to see this game with updates and stuff. If they, how much they can improve it by. The enforcement one. Yeah, it doesn't like that laser, does it?
We'll hear of this.
Not again! At least it was a round trip. Come on!
I am
He's almost
trying
dead.
to destroy you as fast as I can.
5090 or 4090 Ti? Oh my god.
Commencing energy blast.
Finish him. No! Easy.
Now I can finally plug glitch into this access console.
Stars of PS5 just teleport. Yeah, the first time it teleported in that on the other level, it didn't. It was actually all right. That was the first time I've seen it it be that bad.
Yeah, hi. You must be Glitch. I'm Ratchet. Sorry for all the jostling around earlier. Things aren't exactly going well, and... Actually, I think you're the only one who can help me right now.
Wonder if you see any higher than... Wonder if this VRAM keeps creeping up to go above 19.
Seems like a nice guy. I probably just have to delete some files, and then he'll be all set.
3080 Ti, they're both 12, are they? Can't remember. I thought, or is there... No, there's two... Is there two variants in the... One of them's 10, one of them's 12. Wait, 3080 Ti is 1,100 and a 4070 is £600. What? Well, I mean, a 47... Why? How is a 3080 Ti? Do you mean a 3090 Ti? I've never seen a 3080 Ti. I mean, I wouldn't get a 3080 Ti for 1,100. Oh, that's a 3080, is that? I ain't never seen a 3080 for that much. I'd be worried. This is 4K native, yeah. What have I got to do?
Infection is starting to clear. Good. I guess I...
This reminds me of Watch Dogs when you're that spider. You've got to go in the little vents. Oh, we gotta go. How do I get up there? Oh, look at this. Pro. But yeah, this is 4K native, ray tracing, everything. Maxed out. $3080 Ti is no less. I mean, I would not be buying a $3080 Ti for 1,100. That's crazy. I mean, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, just get a 4080 for like 1,200, brand new. There'd be like absolutely no point in spending that much money. So yeah, a 4070 Ti is kind of around about a 3090, 3090 Ti. So a 4070, I would say... Well, yeah, it's under a 3090. I would say it kind of probably sits more in the range of a 3080, 3080 Ti-ish, in that range. Depending on what game. But obviously you get the benefit of AV1, DLSS 3. And I mean, if that's half the price... Yeah, like, a 3080 Ti is nowhere worth over £1,000. That's crazy amount of money. Can't say I've ever seen one for that much. That's why I'm saying I'm not sure if... You might be thinking of a 3090 Ti, because that's crazily overpriced for a 3080 Ti.
Welcome, oh master of us all. Password, please.
Why do I need a password? I'm the Emperor. How about I obliterate you instead? Ha 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 ha!
Bring me that lumber!
Soul Reaver? Not heard of it. Once they complete their frame generation. Yeah, they're really dragging their heels with it. I don't know. My biggest worry is that by the time AMD release FSR 3, Nvidia will just have whatever the next thing is.
Bring you
They can't take too long over it because people bought 7,000 series cards to be able to use FSR3. Like, that was an advertised thing. And like, that's been, how long has that been? What, November, December last year now?
This has the Emperor written all over it.
And like, I think you'll be lucky to see it this year. So like, people would have been waiting a year for that. Where a lot of the brand new games, I think would have benefited a lot if people could use FSR3. So I don't know. It's not a great,
Look out!
not a great situation. The fact they've been so quiet on it as well, it's not. It's kind of worrying. I'd like to see it, obviously, because then I can compare it, but I just haven't heard anything at all from it, which to me is worrying, because they were like, when they were releasing, doing the,
First, I gotta rescue my friends at
what
the
do you call them?
Factory.
When they were unveiling the new cards, they were just obsessed with FSR3, but they've not said anything since, which to me is kind of worrying. JBs, hello! You alright, mate? The 4080 is same price. Well, yeah, I mean, if a 4080 is the same price as a 3080 Ti, I mean, I'd get the 4080 all day long. Tommy, hello, it's going alright, how about you? God, we're like 40 FPS here. Ouch. Definitely really varies depending on what level you're on. On the first level, we were at about 50 to 60. Second level, we're at about 70 to 80. This one, we're like 40 to 50. It looks nice, but brutal on the frames.
I haven't been out this far in a while. But a lot of swamp acid between here and the Morts.
Half-baked FSR3. No, I agree. I agree they shouldn't just rush the thing out, but my issue with it is that it was kind of it was used in the marketing, which like I'd be livid if I spent over £1,000 on the XTX, for example, with the hope you could use FSR3, and I'm waiting 2 years to use it. Like, that's crazy. Even a year and a half. I mean, we're heading on to almost a year. In, you know, like I said, I don't think we'll see it this year, which means you could have had the card for a year and not be able to use it, which, with all the brand new games that have come out, like, I don't know, I'd be annoyed. I'd be annoyed where it can save games sometimes, you know? And then my only issue is that they finally come out with it, but then nvidia just has DLSS 4, you know, like, that's... Because then we're comparing, like, a new thing, you know, inevitably that'll be better than DLSS 3, so... Then we're, like, comparing, you know... I want to compare like for like gens instead of newer gen with an older gen. And the thing that worries me is they were already going back on things that they'd said. Like, they said it'd be available on all cards, and now it's looking like they probably have it capped for certain cards, so... Yeah, the fact that they're going back on what they said, I don't know. I don't hold out a lot of hope for it, but... Could be really good, but I don't know, just the things... Some of the things just don't give me confidence, you know? They're like backtracking on things that they've said, which is worrying. You'd be surprised if they did. Well, that's what they've said. I think it's because basically they want to do... FSR3 is going to be 4 frames inserted between every frame, so... And there's no way older cards would handle that. So they would have to... They could allow it on all cards, but honestly, it'd be so bad on older cards, it would just ruin it, you know? So, like, it would make sense that they would cap it, but... Or what they'll do is they'll say... What I think they should do in a situation like that is say, like, on an older card, you can only do, like, 1 frame. in between each one, whereas in like a brand new card, maybe you could do 4, you know? Do it, like, cap it like that. So, like, the newer, you have a newer card, you can kind of get more out of it. I think that'd probably be a better approach. I mean, I'm talking, I don't even know anything about the tech, really, so...
What is this place?
Who knows how easy that is to do.
Pocket? Perhaps a symptom of the Dimensionator's destruction.
How do you come up with this stuff? Hey, it's Maynard, the Mortis helper bot. Must have wandered in through the rift somehow.
Yeah, like you say, it's not really an AMD thing to do, no, compared to NVIDIA, but they might just be simply limited by any number of things. They might not have a choice but to limit it, you know? As much as it might not align with their values, they might not have a choice. It just might not be practical on older cards. Isn't DLSS 3... no, it's 1 frame. 1 AI-generated frame between every, you know, normal generated frame. But the issue with 4 is, like, it's a pretty insane claim because the latency... The latency is high on 1 frame, so could you imagine doing 4? Like, that is crazy. Like, they've got definitely a big task to try and reduce latency somehow. Where have I got to go here? Catcher. I've got one.
Maybe Maynard can lead me to the Morts.
Down in the 40s again here. Can I got any faster speed boost?
Now, if we could get away from this acid...
Come on, Maynard! Let's find the Morts!
I don't think there's not enough fixed information for more generated... No, I don't know. Like I say, I don't really know. All I know is that they have released saying that, so how they're doing it, I honestly don't know, but I think that's where some of the issues are. I think they've promised it and, like, are probably realizing it's a harder task than they thought to, like, do something like that. Not really sure, but like I say, they haven't really said anything, so really it's just a guess at this point as to where exactly they are with it. But how you would do that, I honestly don't know.
And his robo-pet across dimensions just to get stopped by some fuzzballs.
Or Star Citizen, never played. Yeah, I played Star Citizen quite a bit, but every time I sometimes jump on in the last 6 months, play with my cousin a little bit, and like within 20 minutes we just quit because something... I get stuck somewhere, or it's too laggy, or it just... our ship disappears and you're just like, got to do the whole thing again, and it's just too frustrating. That's kind of been my experience recently. Normally for me it's the servers are so bad. I just give up. Hey, level up again. Alright, what else we got? Look at these little things. All right, where we got to go?
Mort! Good, you're okay.
Us? Oh, when we heard those fellas were after a Lombax, we were worried.
Strange, I get much better FPS on this game. What are you getting then? Without DLSS and stuff. 4K native maxed out ray tracing. I can get 150 FPS, but we got to switch DLSS 3 on.
It keeps getting bigger. Oh, between that and our new neighbor up there, we are not doing too fine.
How many can play on the server? I actually don't know now. They increased it. I think it's over 100 now, isn't it? I think they increased it not that long ago.
Oh, those pirates didn't give you any trouble, did they?
Only a little.
Is it 110 now, maybe? Something like that? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played it. I think they doubled it. Did they double it from 60 or something like that?
This wasn't what was in my account last time.
Oh, that is because I added our mutual
Am I buying all these?
friend
What am I
on
doing?
Nefarious City.
Okay.
Go ahead, upgrade that.
Ricochet. Try and get a new gun. Try and buy all of them.
You got the vote,
Just hoping for, yeah, I was hoping for, it depends what level you're on. You'll hit 70 to 85 on some of the levels. Some other ones are lower. You can easily hit those frames if you use DLSS. But we've got everything maxed out of 4K native, so... but it's going to really depend what level you're on. Can hit some of those frames, but... those are the settings we've got. On the previous level, we were about 70 to 85, something like that. This level's probably the worst, I think, we've seen. It's hit 40 quite a lot. Oh, damn.
Okay. Do not enter. Got it.
May I take a look? I have some experience with dimensional anomalies.
Sure.
Was there actually a full screen toggle on this? Oh, we are full screen.
Greetings! Welcome! How did you get in here?
Where exactly is, here?
Oh, you don't know? Well, I don't either. It appears to be a space between dimensions. Could be nothing. Could be a cascading entropic fissure that will soon turn the entire universe into a formless soup. Time will tell.
Oh.
I'm not CPU limited at all.
Well, I am...
well, yeah, I mean, if you're at 1440p, then yeah, of course you're going to get more frames.
Yes, Clank.
I'm playing at 4K. So yeah, you're going to have higher frames on 1440p. You're at a low res.
Here we are, Clank.
I'm not CPU limited. GPU's 99%, but I'm playing at 4K. So.
Ooh, friend of my father. I see.
Your father?
You might just be the one I've been waiting for. Would you like to help me fix the dimensions?
CPU's at 10 to 15. Exactly, yeah. I'm not quite sure what he means by CPU limited. I'm running at 10% on a 3900K. Pretty far from CPU limited. I think he thinks maybe I'm playing in 1440p, but I'm not. I'm in 4K.
This is a lift sphere. It can reduce the gravity on any object.
You can see here. 3840 to 160 is 4K.
It seems your possibilities are what keeps an anomaly from collapsing. They look like you because that's how you interpret dimensionality. But as you can see, they've lost their way. If you can guide them to the meta terminal ahead.
GPU usage drops a lot. It drops to 85% sometimes, but that's a game thing. Not it's not CPU limited.
Now, enter the
During
meta terminal
cutscenes and things sometimes,
one
yeah.
step closer to fixing this
To about
dimensional
85.
anomaly.
But that's not a CPU limited thing. You're suggesting that the hardware is limiting, which that's not what's happening.
Starting to make sense.
If a CPU is limiting it, I mean, you're looking at we'd see way higher utilization on a CPU. It's probably like some kind of maybe core utilization from the game. That doesn't happen on my end. Yeah, but you're playing in 1440p on a 4080. Why would it? Of course it's not. I'm not sure what your point is. 1440p is not going to look as good as 4K. Why would I want to play on 1440p? Why do I go here? But yeah, I mean, I'm not quite sure what you're comparing. You're comparing a different resolution with a different graphics card. I'm not sure what your point is. Of course it's going to be different. If I put my 4080 in, then I would probably see the same thing as you, yeah, because it's the same card.
Ah, a speed sphere. That'll get you moving.
I bet some extra speed could make quick work of that barrier. Do you
If you don't want to understand its far,
Zavali
I didn't say that. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. I don't really understand what you're saying. What your point is? Your point is that you're getting different utilization on a 4080 at 1440p, and my answer is, well, yeah, of course. I mean, you're using a different graphics card. You'll get high utilization on a lower end, the lower you do your CPU, because 4090 isn't a 1080p or 1440p card. If I drop this down to 1080p, I'd probably get high utilization on a 4060 compared to a 4090 because it's just not designed for those res. You know, you're going to bottleneck more at that res than you are with a different GPU. A 4080 is a lower end GPU compared to a 4090. I don't understand what I got to do here. I should be getting lower GPU utilization. See, I don't understand what your point is. I don't think you understand it. Why would you get lower? You're at a lower res though. Why would you get lower GPU utilization? You're using a lower end GPU at a lower res.
I wonder if some extra speed could help my possibilities cross this gap.
3080, no, he's talking about a 40. No, it's lower end compared to a 4090. It's not better than a 4090, is it? Yeah, but 4K's GPU bound, not CPU bound. You'd have to explain to me what you mean by you should be getting a lower utilization. Why? Not sure how you've come to that conclusion. J-Blogs, hello. Right, I have no idea what I got to do here. Guide the clanks to meta terminal. How do I pick this thing up? I can't pick it up. How do I pick it up? No! At 4K, your 4090 isn't maxed out. It is, yeah, 99%. Look.
That device may be able to... I wonder if some extra speed could help my...
Dropping down to, what, like 85? Not all the time, no. But like I say, it's probably some kind of core utilization from the game. But I don't understand what your point is. What, at 4080 at 1440p, you'd expect it to be worse. Why? You're at a lower resolution. The CPU is going to handle 1440p better than 4K with a 4080 compared to a 4090. So I'm not sure why you would expect it to be lower. You should be comparing to 4K really. What's it like at 4K? I don't know how I jump higher. How do I jump higher? LOL. Well, you've got it. You dude. Just saying LOL. You're not actually giving any information as to why you think that. I need to know what is your point. You just keep saying LOL. I mean, that's not really explaining anything. I'm asking you why you think that. That's all. Saying something like LOL is not really very helpful. Resolutions and CPU don't have any connection. What? Yes, they do. Of course they do. 1080. So you're telling me 1080p and 4K are the same? Like what? They're all GPU bound. Well, they're not. 1080p is more CPU bound than 4K is. If you don't, I mean, I don't know what to tell you if you don't think that's true. I don't know why I've got to jump here. What do I do? A long run up. I can't take any longer run up though. What the hell?
I wonder if some extra speed could help my possibilities cross this gap.
Worse than the fishing in Red Dead. No! What? Why does the camera go so weird? Look, what's going on? Let me look around. Take it, take it.
This feels lighter than
Oh,
air.
well, I mean, I think there's more to it. Yeah, there was more to it. This will do it. Easy. Oh no. No. Wait. Will this do anything? Oh, look at that, look at that. Easy, easy. Can I... No! What does it mean, glide down? What do I do here, though? Because as soon as I take it... It's not going to work, is it? Is there another one I can pick up? Can I grab it from up here? Alright, I can, yeah. That's the wrong one. I can't get rid of it. Easy.
You seem to be a natural at this, Clank.
I am cautiously optimistic.
What was we talking about CPU though? What was the response to the what saying that 1080p is not any more CPU bound than 4K? What was that the response? I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure where you got that information though. Like for example, my 3900K, the utilization will be higher in 1080p than 4K. For example, we're at 12% here. If I drop this down to 1080p, it'll be more than 12%. Oh, it's not. No! Okay, it is 16. Not a good demonstration. But in most games, it would... Well, it is higher, 22%. So, like, you will see that increase, so... I'm not quite sure what you mean by 1080p isn't more CPU bound than 4K. It's a bit of a weird statement. Because we're seeing 21-22% here, where if I drop this back, we've not seen 22% at 4K.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
The 8%, 12%. I expect to see GPU usage. That's what I'm saying though. Like in a normal CPU bottlenecked state, yes, you would. But that's my point. Is that it's, to me, this isn't a hardware issue. It's a game issue. Like there's something going on where the game's like, it's probably like a CPU core thing or something. I don't quite know. But like, that's what I'm saying. Is like it's not. You're saying it's CPU bottlenecked, but that's a different term. Like. And also in a lot of cases, the biggest red flag for me is that we're at 99%, it drops to 85 and then back up to 99. I'd expect it to be a bit more... If it was CPU bottlenecking, I'd expect it to be lower and like permanently be lower. So like, it'd be like under 90% and it'd never go over that. So like, it could chop around between like 70 and 90%. That would be more alarming. But the fact we're at 99 and then in some areas of the game it dips to 85, that is like classic game issue to me. Like there are some areas, it's the same in like COD and stuff, there are some areas in the game where you drop like GPU usage. It's not a CPU bottleneck, it's just like bad game development a lot of the time. It's the same in loads of games, like what was that game we played recently that was quite... Hell Let Loose, that's like crazy like that, like... But like... A lot of people throw around the word CPU bottleneck like crazy, but there's a difference between a hardware bottleneck and a game issue. Like, when you say CPU bottleneck, you're specifically talking about a hardware problem, which I don't think we have. I could be wrong, like there may well be, but the fact that it's not like that for me in any other game, like I'm almost certain that it's not my hardware. Because most other games don't do that, so therefore it's not like a hardware thing. If it was a hardware thing, it'd be like every game, or like a majority of games would be a problem. But that's just my own view of like playing different games. You can roughly kind of gauge
anomalies.
Game stuff, yeah, like COD does it, and do you always remember that,
Enough to save us all. Hopefully.
like Jedi Survivor, for example. That game was like not a hardware thing. That was like clearly a game thing, and it's very similar issues and you see in this game. And stuff like where you're adding upscaling on and there's no difference. That's like classic game issue as opposed to like a hardware thing.
Times of great stress, which seems to be every day of my life. I've always found it best to take
A CPU
things one
bottleneck
step
can be a software
focus on
problem.
what's in front of you.
Well, yeah, but that's, yeah, like for example, a software is in like a game is causing it, but in my opinion, the way I would talk about CPU bottlenecks and the way I would speak with other people about it, it usually refers to a CPU bottleneck means that your CPU can't like your GPU is quicker than your CPU, and but effectively your CPU can't handle it. That's what a CPU bottleneck means. It's got nothing to do with software. If you have some weird case where like there's something you're doing that is specifically causing that issue, then I guess maybe, but that's a very niche case. Like most cases, I would say were hardware problems. That's what, when someone says CPU bottleneck, that's what they mean. It's a hardware thing. They're not talking about software. At least that's what I would say the definition of what that is that. I would say it's got nothing to do with software, but like if you Google CPU bottleneck, the definition of it'd probably be something to do with your CPU not being good enough for your GPU, holding it back basically. I would assume, and that's how I would refer to it, but. But I mean, at that point, it's just your own interpretation of it, isn't it? I guess everyone could have a different interpretation, but.
Sure you found all the spheres?
What do I do here then? Software is limited to using full. Yeah, that's a bottleneck, but it's not what people mean when they say CPU bottleneck. Like a bottleneck could be used for anything. Like anything could bottleneck. That's a whole different English word. Like I could say in the gym I only work out my top half. So my top half's super muscly and my legs can't keep up. Then there's a bottleneck between my bottom half and my top half. My legs can't carry the top half of my body. That's a bottleneck.
I think there are more spheres left to find.
But it's not. CPU bottleneck is something very, very specific, like hardware related, is all I'm saying. Like, that's how I would talk about that. That's all. There are, of course, other things that are bottleneck, yeah, but it's not a CPU bottleneck. That would specifically be referring to like the CPU's holding your GPU back. That's what that means. I don't know. That's at least how I would interpret it. And when I'm talking, that's what I mean is hardware. But I'm sure other people have different interpretations of it. Fine. I think maybe that's where we got confused. Game engine, yeah, like you could call it. Look, people usually refer to stuff like that as game like optimization, poor optimization and stuff. A lot of the time. I'm gonna save myself from dying here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Game engine, yeah, call it. You call it that. You can call it. You can call it a CPU bottleneck if you want. I'm just saying, like, oftentimes that means something else. A lot of the time. I'm actually stuck. Oh no, I can't get out. I need to go and I'll tell you what I gotta do. Get this one.
I will make this quick.
The only thing I was saying really is sometimes stuff like that, like those like wording gets thrown around like crazy when don't always necessarily see like that's not actually what's happening. Okay, I can use that one now. Should have trained legs. Well, I do actually try. It's not a it is indeed the opposite of what I am. I mean, my legs are absolute tree trunks. There is no bottleneck here. There's no muscle bottleneck here. I've maybe got a neck bottleneck where my traps are like bigger than my neck, so it looks like my neck is bottlenecking into my body. My head is bottlenecked because my neck can't carry it.
This should give me a lift.
Jokes. Wait, where do I go? Get the little men through. Where do I need him to go? Need him to go up there, do I? I don't know where I need him to go. They'll just run off the edge though, won't they? Ah, got ya. Alright, we're getting there. People tend to use that phrase interchangeably quite, but yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not arguing. I'm purely just trying to explain. Yeah, trying to explain the difference. And even then, I don't really know exactly what the issue is in this game, but I mean, I doubt we ever would know. But it's not something I've seen it loads of times, so more trying to just explain more what I'd mean. Kind of interchangeably too of when you do actually have a CPU bottleneck, but people say it's a game optimization issue. Like I try and explain that as well. Like you say, sometimes people don't maybe just kind of throw the word around and not.
I am uncertain.
Rivet! How the heck are you?
Look who it is! You would not believe my luck today. My trip to Nefarious City went totally sideways. I wrecked my ship.
If your CPU works 40 to 50, I mean, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen my 3900K above 30%. I don't think in a game.
I'll have this old thing in ship.
Maybe saw 40% once when I was at like 1080p on a game.
Lower the bridge and then I'm taking you to my hideout.
On something, but I didn't see it affect GPU usage at all. We were still at 99%.
Next stop, hideout. Just have to lower the bridge somehow.
Was this big boss? Let them kill it.
I hope you have enough ammo.
That's one ugly thing. $600K. Yeah, no, it doesn't. I wouldn't say high percentage definitely means that's what's happening. If you still have really high GPU utilization, I wouldn't say that that's a problem. I would only say that would be worrying is if you had, say, 70% CPU and like 70% GPU usage, like then I would probably consider there was maybe something going on. But even then, like, it could just be the game, or if, you know, it would depend if it's like that all the time, or there are a lot of factors in it. Like, for example, on my old 5950X and my 4090, I would have bottlenecks, but only in specific games. Something like Flight Simulator, I'd see it lower utilization, and that could be at like any res. It would get worse at 1080p, but it would be there at 4K as well. So the lower res down I go, the worse it is. But then it wouldn't be really be like, it'd be fine in other games. Oh, damn. But it also massively depends on what settings you're using as well. Has a big effect on it. Like I was saying about COD earlier, but on COD, sometimes if you go from ultra to low settings, you don't have any difference in FPS. Like, that's another classic symptom of, like... Obviously, in that case, it's a game thing, but... that can be a big red flag as well. For, like, some kind of CPU-related issue. Ray tracing. Yeah, that as well, yeah.
Thanks for looking out.
That's what I say, like, there can be so many different... Everyone's situation's different, really, depending on what they even... down to even what settings they're using.
Don't tell me, my glove thingy can interact with that rift thingy.
Your rift tether, yes. Try aiming at the rift.
That was fun!
See, look at our frames here, much higher than they were back in the other place. Well, it varies quite a lot. Who's shooting at me? GPU usage stopped dropping, yeah. That kind of pretty much almost confirms to me, though, that it's a game thing. Like, the fact that it can do it in some areas and not others is normally a classic red flag for, like, some kind of game problem. Oh my god, I can pixelate the heli. Like, if it was a fundamental hardware issue, it'd be doing it all the time. But where it's, like, very specific areas is, points really towards the game more. And obviously there's not really much you can do about it until they, you know, update it, patch it. Where did the heli go?
I wish you had a jetpack feature, Bolt!
I do as well.
Oh, wow. Alright, I'm missing all the shots for that. Lower it. What was that over there?
When those troublemakers showed up, don't ya worry about your hideout. No, everything's just like you left it.
Well, something cool. Nano and path traced, Luminen mix making game assets and big levels. Big levels become a lot easier. Yeah, no, I mean, I think you see it in Unreal Engine 5 games. It's definitely a lot nicer to play with ray tracing in those games. Uses a lot less VRAM, like just overall definitely less issues. And hopefully the more it's used, it'll just get better and better and better. The way people, it's like implemented in games. But, oh, I've not made that. Oh, I have. But definitely, even just VRAM on Unreal Engine 5 is a massive, massive difference. Right, we're in maybe a problem here. I can't see because of the grass. We're out. Pixelator. Get out of there. Oh no. Easy.
And now for my final enemy, Mortz's pressure locks.
So I thought I'll go then.
Time to find out the truth about you.
If only I could talk with Ratchet.
I don't know what the point in getting on that thing was.
Home sweet home.
Why are you so hesitant to trust me?
Well, the graphics pixelated. Because I was using the pixelizer.
Tearing my galaxy apart.
So it basically just turns the enemies into pixels, basically. I'll try and show you.
We'll see the truth soon enough. Once I scan you and the infobot I found in Nefarious City.
Next enemy, I'll shoot with it.
Safe for now.
Yeah, definitely haven't seen the GPU usage drop below here. But like I say, the kind of performance is really varied level to level. First level was like 50 FPS, wasn't that great. Second level was good, 70 to 80, with no drops at all either. Third one was really bad. It was like 40 FPS dips. This one's been somewhere kind of in the middle.
Okay. So, you were being honest.
Even the power usage has changed quite a bit depending on what one you're on.
You're nefarious. He looks a lot like mine. Evil like him, too. And that Lombax. I know it might sound crazy, but...
You think he is your dimensional counterpart.
Or something. Look, whatever's going on here, we're gonna fix it.
We? I thought robots are not your thing.
Not all of them, just... most. You know, like the Emperor, his stupid followers...
Thought it was a bug, or what, the pixel thing? No.
Yeah,
That would be a funny bug, though.
Oh, I apologize.
Could easily be a bug where it's like it can't render in or something, I guess. Be quite funny.
Even though I just watched your brain diary thingy?
Okay, I can't shoot the gun yet.
To neutralize hostile furball.
Hang in there, Bolts! I'm coming!
The game crashes. Dear odd. Did you get an error message?
Should be on its back. If I can get up there and hit it, I can bring the whole thing down.
Touch wood, but it hasn't crashed once for me. I'm not gloating, but normally with PC ports, I often straight away I have in the past had some crashing, but it's actually been alright. The PC just shuts down. What, completely turns off, or let me get the pixel gun out. How do I do it? Oh, it's not going to work on this, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work on that. Oh no. Oh, that was a good dodge. How the hell? I'm barely doing any damage. Oh. How about ammo? I'm out of ammo.
Backup power has almost restored the flight stabilizer. How delightful!
What? No, you're not getting away from me.
I think that laser is probably the best idea. I know we're out.
Time to change tactics. Deploying amphibious explosives.
Throw whatever you want. You're not getting away from me. Gotta save Bolts.
Gotta get back on top again.
I can't get to the flight stabilizer until I jump on that thing's back.
Here we go. How much health has it got? 47. Or its moves. That was quite effective, wasn't it? No! Oh, damn. Too far away. We're out of that now. I think I'm too far away for these as well. I think they're too far. is this? 7%. %. Hey.
This is unfortunate.
Try updating Windows. Yeah. Well, what happens though? The screen just goes. Does the PC fully switch off, even the power and everything, or does the screen just go black? Have you got the latest drivers? Because there were drivers for this game.
Came after me.
New ones that I think came out on the.
Thank you.
Is it the 18th?
Yeah, well, we've still got some unfinished business. Ooh, we should see if Mort fixed up the ship.
Blue screen and it shuts off, and it's just this game, is it?
By the way, how about I hook you up with a signal booster to fix that communicator of yours?
That would be delightful.
Not as thrilling as what we're gonna find in this info bot, but it'll be close.
I'd maybe first try and DDU your drivers. DDU and then get the latest ones. Do a fresh install of them. That would be the first thing I would try.
Ship's ready and waiting for ya.
Mort,
You got the latest GPU drivers, yeah, but have you just DDU wiped, just do a complete fresh install of them?
You should say something.
That would be the first thing I would try.
Like what? Maybe we leave him a nice little note saying slow down, along with a bottle of Mort's gelatonium.
Because it could just be some conflict or something. You might have updated to the new ones, but just updating to them, there could just be some conflict or some weirdness there. Like it happens all the time. So if you just fresh install them, like I would do that first. That would be the first thing I would try. If it's not doing it in any other games. No, it's not a hardware thing. And the fact it's a blue screen. Remnant 2, yeah, I need to check that out. I'll try and thing is though, I was gonna have a look at an AMD card on this tomorrow, but if have they fully blocked the ray tracing usage on it?
What does it say?
So like you just can't use it. Because if that's the case, that's kind of annoying. Like I'd want to check it out with it.
Attention resistance. I'm posting the
Because it'd easily play it without ray tracing.
Come on, let's fix that communicator. We've got a dimension to save before the Emperor finds us too.
Might have to wait until they allow you to do it. Where do we want to search the factory?
Dialed in. Let's go.
See, our frame time usually goes crazy as soon as we're in a cutscene or anything like that. And it looks a lot worse.
What's on your mind?
Never had any problems with it. Yeah, it could easily just be a driver thing though. Sometimes you just get the odd driver that just causes some problem on your PC. Like it's happened to me before. But the best thing to do is to just DDU, just do a fresh install of the driver, and it'd probably be fine. Like it could happen at any point. You know, you're continually updating new drivers like all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
Well.
Although you've got the same hardware, like there could just be easily some weirdness on just some whatever driver. You know. Your PC could work fine forever, updating 20 different drivers, and then all of a sudden just one driver just causes some problem. This place looks cool.
So, this is Zerky's Gastropub in Battleplex. If there's anywhere in the universe we'll find a part to fix you up, it's here.
I hope you are right. The destruction of the Dimensionator seems to have caused a sort of dimensional cataclysm. If I cannot find Ratchet...
Don't worry, Bolts. I'll get you fixed up. Promise.
I mean, we're hitting even 100 FPS then. Shows how different it is. Can we upgrade stuff? What was the... Is it that one? Oh, I don't have the stuff.
See you next time.
Do you spend much time here?
Yeah, this place is kind of a safe haven for the Resistance. I hope the Emperor didn't find that out too.
Don't know what to do with that. What have I got to do here? It's back where we were. I can't go any further though. Will I test on the XTX? Yeah, that's what I was saying though, but you can't, I think you're blocked from using ray tracing with AMD cards, so it's like... Oh, we can just run through here. It's kind of annoying because we can't really test, kind of compare. There's like it should easily be able to play this game without ray tracing. But if we can't actually even switch it on, that's kind of annoying.
Zerky's usually behind the bar. He'll know where to find the pirate with the spare parts.
Oh my god, look at this. I was a sheep. But I'm not sure how much truth to that is if you're actually blocked from switching on. I'll have to switch to it and maybe see.
Well. We meet again, my wee shaggy.
Give me the part.
Did you follow me here?
I'll check out online as well what the exact the plan is on that.
Give me the part, Pierre.
If it was just a random thing and it'll be
I tell you, my heart is taken. And yet
Rusty.
available at some point, I don't know, or if they fully removed it.
Mon Dieu. Your friend has a saucy tongue. My name is Pierre Lafayette. Pirate extraordinaire.
I'll fight you for it.
Xerxes is a violence-free zone. Take it outside.
XTX doesn't compare to... No, I know, but it's still nice to have, like, be able to actually, you know, use different settings to just see how it's playing. Because, like, AMD already, we can't use FSR 3, we don't have that. The only other thing we can also, you know, use is ray tracing, which obviously now in this game we can't use that either. So it's just, you know, we have FSR 2, I guess, but it's I'll see. You might be able to check out anyway.
Don't worry, I'll win you that part.
I do need to check out that Remnant 2 as well though, so I've seemed to go up now though to almost 20 gig of VRAM. Seems to just keep going up. Have I played Portal? I have, yeah, I completed it.
Are coming through rifts.
It's just like a horde mode thing. I've got an itchy eye. Matrix demo, that does look cool, yeah. Oh, I'll show you the gun now, the pixel one. Here we go. There you go. Doesn't really work on these things because they die straight away, but you kind of see it for a brief second. This game looks great. It's good fun, yeah. I haven't actually played this one before. I played the first game. Or the first one on PS4. And then this is the second one. It did start a little bit then. I'm not sure how many waves there are. Does the lighting look anywhere? I didn't really notice much of a difference earlier when we switched it off earlier. I didn't really notice a ton of difference, but let me switch it off again. Oh yeah, no, it looks better with it on. I think it's probably going to depend where you are, like what area you're in, but I can tell a difference here. See how much higher our frames are, though. What a big difference. Still looks good. Yeah, it still looks nice. It just kind of looks a little bit nice. Obviously, it's going to really depend on your performance, what your performance like on your system. I'd probably, unless you're really on a massively high-end system, I probably wouldn't bother with the ray tracing, but what did we get? Boots.
Oh, sacré bleu! Oh, I have sprained my ankle. Ah! But have no fear. My less attractive stunt double will battle in my stead. François?
Oh, big boy. Should I switch it back on now? Switch it back on. There definitely is a difference. Kind of just makes it, just kind of enhances it. Like, look, you see, you can actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on stream, but because it's so small, like you can see it changing in game when I'm doing this. Kind of just makes everything, like all the lighting and stuff, looks really crisp. Wait, I didn't enable it. Did I enable it? I did. Oh, frame rate's not even... Oh, it has changed now. I think I hadn't loaded in. Especially on those weapons and stuff. Like, when you're firing it, it does look quite nice.
Why am I surprised that Pierre's running from a fight? Doesn't matter. I'm getting that signal booster.
You see, like, when it's hitting him there, it looks quite nice. What was this one? I'm not sure what that weapon's doing. I'm out of ammo again. There must be a quicker way to switch weapon. No, I'm not doing.
I'll blast you to bits.
No. No. Oh, he's so close. I'm getting smoked here. Too much going on. Oh my god. So you gain about 30 to 40 FPS there without ray tracing.
A defeat? But ow! Eventually and dramatically, I will get my revenge. But here, take your back.
DLSS 3, yeah. I mean, you could use DLSS 3 in this game if you have DLSS quality and frame generation on. We're getting about 140, 150 FPS. Even with just frame generation, you get about 100. So, very good frames with either of those and ray tracing everything on.
She's done it.
Ratchet.
If I was going to use it, I'd probably just have frame generation. I wouldn't bother with the upscaling.
Can you hear me?
Clank,
So it gives you that frames, but we're still playing at 4K.
I am fine. In fact, I
Caesar,
backs now.
thank you for accompanying me at work. That's alright. I'll probably have to go in a little bit. I need to grab some food, but sort a couple of things out because I only just got back from the Netherlands. Although I was in London last night, but
No. I've got my hands full with my own nefarious.
That's the thing. We've got to get him and us out of here, but
without the Dimensionator...
I think we have to build a new one. I met a prophet from Savali named Gary. He would know what to do.
I'm only a few sectors away from there. I can go check it out.
What can we do?
Do you have the
that VRAM's still going. I think we'll just go to 24. I mean, we're almost at 21 now.
Why?
We can locate the phase quartz used to power the Dimensionator there. If I am right, we will be able to recreate the
I'll have to try out in 8K, won't I?
I guess we
Probably
better
could
get
do
started
it
then.
with frame generation and stuff because we were at like 150, weren't we?
You too, Ratchet.
Might be able to do it.
Careful out there.
Wow. Another Lombax.
Let's build this thing. Nice work back there.
Like in an area like this, you definitely see the difference of the ray tracing. See with like that sign and stuff.
Gear up.
Definitely adds that kind of nice, like, atmosphere to it, I guess.
Let's get to Blizzard Prime and see if we can find that phase quartz.
Like on that, it looks cool, doesn't it?
So this hit list of the Emperors, are you...
At the top? You bet.
21 gig of VRAM. Yeah, it is at the moment, yeah. We started off using about 16, but it's kind of slowly crept up.
We would be so lucky.
Like, you can tell the kind of bar, the way the bar's lit. You can tell. Kind of like the light sort of pops a little bit. 21 gig, that's really not normal. It really depends what game you're playing. In a lot of games, Harry Potter, for example, Last of Us, all those games, when they first came out, we were using above 20.
You've gotten a little quiet back there.
After playing for a couple of hours.
May have slightly misrepresented the difficulties of building a dimensionator.
Well, I mean, sure. We all knew it wasn't going to be easy.
Yes, but phase quartz is one of the rarest minerals in the universe.
Most people don't stare at a scene and admire for 5 minutes how amazing this shadow of light look. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say I'm not normal? Don't know how I feel about that. How dare you?
Hey there, Rivet. If you're hearing this and can spare a moment or two, Trudy sure could use your help on Sargasso.
Trudy?
She's a friend.
Like you can tell here as well. See like the light on the...
But Mort wouldn't ask if it wasn't important.
And don't say I'm not normal. This is normal. Normal behavior. It is interesting to see, because I honestly don't think I've ever played a game like this style that has ray tracing. Like I said at the start, I wasn't expecting it to have it. Not you, bro. I say most people. Yeah, I'm messing. I'm messing around. It does give it. It does. It is cool to see it in a game like this. But I agree with you on the level of, the game doesn't need it. I wouldn't say the game needed it. It's just like a nice enhancement, I guess, is the best way I would look at it. I'd say ray tracing overall is just an enhancement, which it is, really. You're just like an enhancement of the reflections and stuff, the light. As opposed to, if you can't run it, then just don't. If it's not good when you switch it on, just don't have it on.
Running around trying to ruin everything.
It's a nice added extra, but not a necessity. And then even then, it varies a lot in games. Some games it looks really nice, some it doesn't really matter so much.
Dead or alive? But preferably alive, so I can have some fun with them first. My elaborate spy network indicates that they'll be at Blizzard and Savali very soon. So, get to it! And if those Lombaxes are listening, just know that I'm going to crush you into dust. And then I'll blast that dust into a sun, and then I'll dump that sun into...
Great. Now I'm on 2 nefarious hit lists.
And he knows where we are going. Oh, dear.
Where are we going? Oh, I see. It gives you the... the side one. Oh. Search the factory.
Got everything handled right now.
Am I using the upscaling? No, not right now. Native 4K.
Let's just hope that Dr. Nefarious didn't expect me to come back so soon.
I can use the map. Where's the... what was it? Search the factory. Is that this bit here? Got ya. Oh, oh god, that was close. How do we get up there?
Hey, sugar! I forgot to mention earlier. I hit a spy bot in the factory for our resistance friends. Maybe you could pick it up.
Resistant spy bot? Sounds useful. Could be worth a look.
What are these things? So the disabled ray tracing. Yeah, no, I know. I was going to try out the AMD card tomorrow, but I might try the XTX out anyway, but it is annoying that they disabled that. I don't know how long it's going to be how long it'd be before I can use it. I mean, if it is completely unplayable with it, then fine, I get it. But it'd be cool to actually see it. See what it runs like. I'm hope how oh I can't see anything now. How do I get over there? Oh, it won't let me up there. How do I get up there? It's bugged with AMD cards, is it? Yeah, I get that then. It's just annoying you can't see it, but hopefully they fix it. How do I get up there? It's not that way, is it? Oh. We got the boots. I remember those boots from the original game. What was it saying? Was it?
Already have an Emperor Nefarious tribute statuette in every room? Consider our new weather-resistant model for Valkyrie's impact area.
They know it's not. They're working on it. Nice. Hopefully it won't take too long before we can use it.
Watch out! A rebel is among us! Beware! Gunfire!
Damn. Oh god. Is the ray tracing working? Yeah, it's working all right. It's a little less stable with it on, but overall it's not too bad. Like the frame time's not as good with it off.
Eradicated? I better head to the loading platform fast.
It's not as good as if you had it off, but it doesn't really stutter. If I couldn't see the frame time, I wouldn't know. Like, it doesn't actually visibly, like, hitch, you know? Where I can actually see it in game. Ron, hello. What do I get? Do I go up there? Do you think I can make that? Make that one. Oh, just seeing what you mean. RTX IO. What do you mean by that? You mean the settings switch? Is that what you mean?
Absolutely.
I'm not quite sure what you mean. Do you mean switching on and off? What is this game? It's kind of an old... This is a remaster of... It was a game I used to play back on PS2. But they had, I think, 2 games on like the PS4, was it? This is the second one. I played the first one on PS4. So then this is like being ported over to PC, basically. I don't know if did we clarify what genre of game it is? I'm not sure if we clarified what exactly it is, like a 3D platformer. Kind of like Spyro, we were saying. Spyro, Crash Bandicoot. Kind of less like Crash Bandicoot, but more like Spyro, Jak and Daxter. Those types of games, if you've ever played those. I'm also like stuck here, look. This was on PS5, was it? Fair enough. So what the first one though was on... First one was on PS4 though, wasn't it? Because I played it on that. RTX IO is a new tech that devs not heard of it. Is it in use in this game then? Hook in ray tracing features. How's that? How's that different from how it's been done before?
This spybot must have Omega-level secrets inside of it or something if everyone's going after it. The loading platform must be just ahead.
Portal. Well, I mean, I'd say, I honestly, if it's a development thing, like, I would say I probably know less about game development, so in terms of, from what I see, it seems as I would expect. I wouldn't say I would notice any difference. I'd have to look into exactly what that means development-wise. Like, what effect does that have on the use of ray tracing for an actual someone playing compared with doing it another way? Where do I go? Can I jump over this? Oh, what a pro. You want to go over there first? It can make new light volumes for older games and control the ray tracing. Nice, yeah, well, I don't know. As far as I can see, using ray tracing in this seems, you know, as good as it normally would be. I can't say from just playing it that I notice any difference. It looks good. Portal, though, I mean, to compare it to that, that's using path tracing, though, so... Alright, so I gotta go here then. What's that over there? Oh, is it down there? Oh, it is up there. It's back up there, is it? No! Oh. I checked and only Portal Ray Tracing has it for now, and only since like... Oh right, so this game doesn't have it, does it? Or... How big's the difference between... it's a fairly big difference. It makes the game pop a little bit. The lighting looks quite nice with it on. We did switch it on and off earlier. I think it does make it look quite a bit nicer. It is through here. But it'll also give you about another 20 to 30 FPS if you switch it off. Oh, I remember these trains. What should we get out?
My bot is here. Eliminate all trespassers with appropriate prejudice.
Not resist.
You'll enjoy this.
Oh my god, there's too many. What was this one? The ricochet. These things look remind me of the Bioshock thing. No, not Bioshock. Atomic Heart. Remember those big boss that had the hands like that? Oh damn.
That spybot's mine.
Spybot. Ah.
All right.
This is native 4K, yeah. Has the game stutters? It's alright. It's not too bad. It does do it occasionally, more so in the cutscenes and stuff. And the performance varies quite a lot depending on what level you're on. Some levels are worse, some levels are better, so it kind of... But that's in terms of overall performance. Actual stuttering overall is not really bad at all. Had like 1 or 2 cases of it, and it's been in just cutscenes. In actual gameplay, I've not really had it. Maybe once or twice, but no more than that. If I couldn't see the frame time on the left, I wouldn't really notice it. No, like actual in-game hitching or anything like that. Manual save. We're not actually saved it. 14% of the game. Have I played Tune It? I've not played that. No. Not heard of it. I'm gonna have to head off though, guys. I need to catch up on some stuff because I literally got back earlier and pretty much hopped on this straight away. I'll be back on tomorrow though. I don't know if I think I'll probably try this out on the XTX, even though we can't use ray tracing, but I'll get Remnant 2 installed and stuff as well, so I can check that out. I've missed a couple of those games whilst I was away. But yeah, should be on similar time tomorrow to what I was on today. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a good evening. I'll catch you tomorrow.